What I did with this old lamp might surprise you. I want to show you step by step on what happened when I tried to fix this old lamp. This is Marv from Marv's Fixit shop, and I've been dragging junk like this home for over 50 years. Let's get right to it. I've had this lamp for many years, and I want to share a brief history on it. Back several years ago, I had a business that I ran, a restoration business. It started out with just small little projects that I did on my own and things that I found interesting. And in those restoration projects, I was called to a property that was going to be demoed, and this was in one of the buildings. And the owner looked at me and says, "Would you like this old lamp?" I looked at the lamp and I thought, boy, that's almost beyond repair. But I said, sure, I'll take it. So I brought it back, and it's been in my shop for at least 15 years. So should I fix it or junk it? I think that this old lamp is worth at least a shot at trying to fix it. But let's give it a whirl. The first thing we do is we need to spray some of the components with a penetrating oil. But to start with, I'm just going to shoot this with a little bit of WD-40 and see what happens. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm going to lay it down. Well, I ought to get that bulb out of there before I bust it. Look at that, that's turning right out. That just really surprises me. Wonder if the thing would still burn. It looked like it would. Okay, let's look at this on its side now. Okay, it's this right here that I want to take off. See if it moves any at all. It sure looks like it's going to. Uh-oh. There she comes. Uncovered in who knows how many years. Let's take a look at the inside. I'm going to cut these two things right here out of my way. I'm going to cut right here. That allows that to come out. And I'll do the same here. And that allows that to come out. Now, since I have those wires cut, I can go at it and pull the rest of this wire out. That's not been exposed to daylight in who knows how many years. Okay, I have a little brass butt brush here, and let's start with this one. I don't think it's going to do much good, but we'll see. Worked a little better than I thought it would. Next step, heat. Well, I hope I don't burn myself up. I shouldn't be doing this, should I? Whoops. Don't do this at home. I'm an idiot. But sometimes I do things that don't make any sense to a lot of people. Especially to my wife. I'm glad she's not here right now. A little bit of heat and a little bit of determination. Okay. Next step is to see if this comes off. Look at that. That came off. Then this. Lay these parts in the order that I take them off so I don't lose track of how they came off. Isn't that amazing how stuff comes apart? I've been tearing stuff apart since I've been a kid. A lot of times not being able to get it back together. Reminds me of a story once about my dad and carburetors. I don't know that I want to share that story right now, but someday, maybe, because was quite an ordeal for me. Well, the next step now is to get this threaded into the bottom of that. So how do I get that out without breaking the glass? Let's see if the glass will actually come out of there. Look at that. That hasn't been disassembled in years. And when you're taking stuff apart, you want to pay close attention to details, because once you start cleaning this stuff up, you'll never have those details again. But you see this right here? That tells me the color of what this here base was. Looks like a goldish color to me. Okay, I moved over to my vise. I have my shaft clamped into the vise, and you want to use as much of the jaws of the vise as you can so it doesn't turn on you once we start to turn this. I'm going to put some heat down here and see if we can get this thing broken loose without breaking it. Once I get enough heat on here, and if I get this out, then I can clean all the threads up on all the components. Off. That's a success. There you can see all the components laid out just the way I took them off. The next step is to clean off all the loose scaly rust the best you can. And I'm going to start with this tube, and I'll get through this tube and I'll show you how the processes worked, and then I'll do the other components. Okay, you can see as I bring this brush against there, it shines that old metal right up. It's got a little pattern to it. Look at that. Not bad for an old rusty piece of junk, is it? Here's the base. Got it all cleaned up, ready for paint. As good as I can get it. This I'll need to clean up a little bit better yet. Here's that rod. I got it all cleaned up, ready for paint. The tube, I showed you that earlier when I was doing it. These little parts, I had trouble with them. They're so delicate and small, but I got it cleaned up fairly good. And the same with this part right here. This part right here has so many little nooks and crannies in it, it's hard to get cleaned up with a wire brush. But I got it good enough. Again, we have this round ball. I'll have to get that polished up somehow. I'm not sure yet how. Maybe a buffing wheel. The two rings that was on top of this ball, cleaned up. That's got a little rust in it yet, and so does this one, but it's hard to get in there with a wire brush. And then this here, I think turned out pretty good actually, so we're going to go ahead and go with it. Very delicate, as with this and this right here. And something else I worked on was these right here. This one I can't get to function, but this one here I actually got to work somewhat, I guess. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know if I'll reuse that or not, but that seems to work just fine. And of course I've got this old wiring I've got to figure out what I want to use to replace it. But that's where I am right now. I'm going to get set up and put a coat of primer on a couple of these, and I'll show you the process. I'm going to paint the bottom of this first. Just give it, what I like to do is just give it a little mist coat. Same way with this. Okay, what do you think? I went over to my sink and used a scratch pad, some degreaser, a little warm water, and that turned out pretty decent, didn't it? Look at this ball. That doesn't even look like the same ball, does it? But these two pieces I'm going to call complete. I have this piece here that had these fastened to it. I went over and purchased some new ones, and the new sockets are much smaller than the old, so I was not able to reuse this. So what I have to do is attach this base to there. It'll be like that, one on each side. And the way I'm going to do that is I purchased a little bit of this hollow tubing. It's very common in most hardware stores. And what I'll do is I'll put that through there like that, and then turn this on. But that's what we're going to have right there. This is the old bulb, this is the new, and this is an LED bulb, and it's called a vintage, so that it shines and gives light similar to what a vintage bulb would give. It's considered to be a 60 watt. What do you think? Now all I got to do is get the other side going and we're good to go. What do you think? Well, it fought me the whole way, but we're going to call this project complete. I need to go online, see if I can find a shade that would fit this and show it to you as you can see in this picture. Comment and let me know what this old lamp is. I don't know. Subscribe to my channel, and if you like videos like this, watch these right here. Can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? You're darn right you can fix it. Until the next one.